So I'm going to rant a little bit about this technique that I use for lighting my pipe. So when I light my pipe, rather than just have two hands freely floating like this, what I do is I take my hand and I open it up and I stick the fingers on top of each other, creating a relatively flat surface slightly underneath the top of the bowl. So not like this or like this, but pretty close to the top of the bowl, creating a flat-ish surface. And then with this hand, my lighter hand, I set my hand on top of it, usually my thumb on top, and I use that as a stabilization. So it stabilizes this lighter. This is the butane insert. So if I had a Bic lighter, I'd do basically the same thing. This is very similar to a Bic lighter. And if I have the pipe lighter insert for a Zippo, I'll do the exact same thing, but just slightly different. You see how my thumb is underneath? I hold it like this. What happens is it keeps my pipe lighter from hitting the bowl of my pipe, but it also allows me to have a very small, minute precision. So let's say my hands are a little shaky, like I'm kind of hungry or something, or I'm really tired, my hands are a little bit shaky, then I can use my thumb in my hand put together as a kind of stabilization, and it stabilizes. It's also really nice because with these pipe lighters, there's a tendency for this metal to start rubbing against the cob or with any other pipe against the briar. If it's rubbing against the briar, you know, it might start to take off or wear off the stain on your briar, that kind of a thing. It's very minute. Doesn't really make much of a difference, maybe not really, but I think it's kind of a nice little detail that I've learned over time to try to make my hand flat like this and light on top. Now I've noticed that, like, this is kind of more of the rant portion of the video, but I've noticed that with different pipes I hold them differently, and everyone starts to notice this over time. If you have a very bent pipe, like let's say almost a calabash type bent pipe, I can only really hold it here on the briar. I can hold it at the stem, kind of. It's really awkward. It's hard to fit your hand anywhere. You have to basically just pinch. And this might look kind of nice, especially if you have your arms bent like this. But it doesn't feel very good. It seems like these are really comfortable for just a complete hanging clench, or just holding onto the briar itself. But what's kind of cool is with a straighter pipe, especially these kinds that are incredibly straight, but also very tapered. So you can hold like this, you can hold like this, and hold like this. So these are kind of pencil holding methods almost, as if you're holding a pencil in different directions. And interestingly enough, if I want to light my pipe from this position, this is kind of awkward, right? I have one arm just floating. It's very hard to get a lot of precision there. But I noticed that I can oftentimes cross my arms like this. I have a contact point here with my crossed arms. Maybe even put my thumb against the bowl. I can light it. And it looks kind of strange, but it looks kind of intricate and almost like I really know what I'm doing. There's something I've noticed that's almost fun about just holding different hand positions. Smoking from different angles. You know, always being willing to change positions like that. All right, I think this little rant is over. So, I don't know. If you have time, if you're interested, you can try lighting like this with your hand open. And using the thumb as a kind of lever for stabilization.